Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Clara and I am so happy to be back on YouTube and making more YouTube videos for you guys. Now I hope you guys all had a happy Thanksgiving, and in today's video I'm going to be making a Dollar Tree DIY. I'm going to be putting a small Christmas village for you guys, so I really hope you enjoy. Okay, and these are the materials we're going to be using for this project. So the first thing you're going to want is some paint, and I'm using the Martha Stewart paint in the color Porcelain Doll. And this color is an off-white color, and I bought it at Michael's for $2.49, but you can use a coupon off for 40%. You're going to want a sponge brush. This one is optional, but I'm using a paint pen, and this one is a glittery gold. If you don't have one of these on hand, you can use some gold paint. You're gonna want a miniature house, a tea light, which is optional, and a small wooden crate. Okay, and the very first thing we're going to do is we're gonna go ahead with our paint. We're gonna go ahead and give this little house a whitewash. And the reason why I'm doing a whitewash is because the little house has so many details in it. It has like the little trees, the wreath, little bricks. If you do a whitewash, it's just gonna take the bright colors off and give it a more antique look, and you're still gonna be able to see the little details peeking through. And you want very little paint. So this is the look I'm going for. And I'm gonna do this to the entire little house. And you can go ahead and paint the whole house completely white if you like. It's up to you. I really think this way is really pretty because, like I said, it shows all the little details and it looks like it just has a brush of snow on it. And giving it a whitewash, I feel like it gives it a little more high-end look. And you really want to make sure that all the edges have white paint on it so that it all looks evenly. And the reason I really like the paintbrush or the sponge brush is because it gets in every little corner. And this doesn't have to be perfect because you just want a rustic whitewash over it. On the little trees, make sure that you get some paint on there too, so that it looks like there has been snow on them. And that is what it's starting to look like with the whitewash. Now the Dollar Tree did have a whole little Christmas village with different little houses, and I think it had a bank and stuff. The only ones I did find were a church, a post office, and then 2 of these little houses, and that's what I'm going to use to create my little Christmas village. Okay, and that's going to be the end result. And like I said, if you want, you can add more white to yours, or you can paint yours completely white. I'm gonna go ahead and show you another one that I have here on hand. I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry, and then I'm gonna go in with my gold marker and I'm gonna add some touches of gold like around the window trim and around the trim of the house. And these are the other ones that I did paint ahead of time. This is the post office that I found. And I also did the whitewash, and then I just left, I didn't paint over the sign where it says post office. And with this gold paint marker here, you can see where I did some outline just to give it a pop of color. And this one here is a little church. While our little house dries, I'm gonna go ahead and paint these two white crates that I found. And I'm just gonna go ahead in with the same paint, the Martha Stewart and porcelain doll. The paint's really hard to see on the crates because it kind of blends in. And if you have white paint, you can also use the white paint for the houses and for the crates. I just went with this porcelain doll color because to me, I feel like it has a beautiful vintage color to it. So there's the first. So you can't really tell the difference in the color after I painted it. But that's the first layer of paint. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same to this. And the reason I'm using the crates is I'm gonna be using them to give the Christmas Village houses some height so that they're not all on the same level. All right, and this is how I'm gonna go ahead and just leave mine. I'm gonna go ahead and let those dry. Now with my gold paint, I'm going to be adding some gold around the trim of the windows and then any trimming of the house. And what I'm doing here is I'm just adding hints of gold just to give it a little bit more of an expensive look. Alright, and this is how the little house turns out after I added some gold and then the whitewash. And here's the other one I made ahead of time. And then here I have a little church and the post office. Now I'm going to be showing you here in a little bit how I'm going to go ahead and put this little Christmas village together. Alright guys, and this is how my Christmas village turned out. Now I did go ahead and use a cake stand here in the middle to give my post office and the church some height. Now for the crates, I went ahead and put one on each side. and the 2 houses I put down at the bottom. Now if you are interested in finding these little Christmas trees that look like this, the Dollar Tree did have some similar to these this year. I already had these on hand, that's why I went ahead and just used the ones I had. And then I went ahead and just added some pine cones that I found outside. And that is the end result. Alrighty guys, and that's going to be the end of my video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Now if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and make sure you hit that little bell button so you guys get notified every time I post a new video. And I will see you guys all on my next one. Bye!